Guys, we're so close to 3 million subscribers. And because of that, we have so many new subscribers that I just thought it's time to do a Q&A. You don't even know anything about me? It's time to ask. Let's answer some questions. I'm gonna try to answer some that I haven't answered in the past. I will try. You ever think about the fact that the time you started YouTube, a bunch of kids have grown up and become adults and teenagers while watching your YouTube videos? You basically raised me. Come here. I have thought about that. I started in 2014 or 15 is like when I really started. So, you know, 5-6 years. It is a long time, but it's not as long as someone else has been like 2010. So if you've been watching me that long, that's pretty crazy. Are you gonna make Tomodachi Life videos? Well, not until they release it on the Switch. Do you support LGBTQ+? I get asked this a lot for some reason. Of course, like why wouldn't I? I just imagine like someone saying no, like no. What? Hey, I respect and love you guys no matter what. Will you ever be playing like actual shooter games on the channel or games that are out of your comfort zone? Well, I feel like I've done that. I know, you're probably saying that because Friday Night Funkin', but that game was actually out of my comfort zone. So, I mean, that kind of answers the question. To be honest, I never thought I'd be playing a game like Miitopia. Did you ever like anyone else other than your wife? Both games in IRL. If you do, I won't tell her. Oh, thank God. I'm so glad I can confide in you. Like, you can't tell anyone about this. But I secretly have a big crush on Lily. I'm very sad that she died. And she's the reason why I'm becoming a gardener. I'm trusting you not to tell my wife. Where do babies come from? When a man and a woman love each other, they find a stork. Do you ever wish you weren't a family-friendly channel? I put on Twitter, by the way, follow me on Twitter, but I put on Twitter that if a certain tweet, what was it? Can we find it? I'm gonna find it. I gave you guys a chance. If this tweet gets 20K likes, I will curse in my next video. I said it. I said I would. You guys would just be lacking. I do curse in real life, but I just don't do it very often. But there's sometimes where like there's no other word that can really express how you want to feel, especially when you're angry. What YouTube category would you do if it wasn't gaming or anime? Oh, that's a good question. Well, it would be either fitness, because like I need to get more fit and I like watching fitness channels, or language, because I like learning languages. Even though I'm only learning one, but it's a big one, Japanese. Do you get jealous of other YouTubers' success? I feel like I used to. I used to have a real big problem with comparing myself towards other people, and now I don't feel that way, you know? Sometimes it's a little frustrating when I feel like I have good ideas and when they don't perform well. And then, yeah, it's just really bad. Don't ever compare yourself. Like, sometimes YouTube is just not fair, but don't give up. How is Texas? Every now and then I get asked this question. Texas, honestly great, except for the very close calls with tornadoes that I've had twice since I've been here. I don't like tornadoes, but it's fine. I actually got a shelter. I actually have a tornado shelter that I can go in. So if my house goes bye-bye, at least I think I might still make it. So when I lived in California, you know, I was really scared of earthquakes because that's a big thing that could happen there, especially like they're supposed to be expecting like a huge, ginormous earthquake one day. It's kind of nice not to worry about that, but now I have to worry about tornadoes, which can happen. I have not been able to explore Texas as much as I would, but everyone is been so nice. I really love the people here. How do you feel about the current state of the internet and everyone is at each other's necks? I freaking hate it. It's awful. It sucks. I think obviously there are some people out there that do awful things, and you know, they shouldn't be able to do awful things like, I don't know, bully people, be racist, be, you know, just all the bad stuff. Just basically, no one should try to harm someone else on the internet, try to like leak personal information, and try to violate other people's rights. So it's good when people like that are called out, but then on the other side of it, there's people that will dig and they'll find every little thing, especially Twitter. It's hard to really put it into words, but it's like other people will expect you to have the same exact views that they do. And you have to remember that not everyone has the same exact opinions and views that you do on the internet. And so someone might say something that might be interpreted wrong or something like that. And I just think one of the biggest problems on the internet is that there's no like benefit of the doubt. So like I could say something that you interpret it as bad, but I don't actually mean something like that. And then from that little misunderstanding, there could be a ginormous swarm of people attacking you over a misunderstanding. And that can really damage someone, you know? Some people just don't know how to take that kind of stuff. So I just think it's really annoying because it almost seems like people are trying to search for a reason to like cancel somebody or do something like this when like it's not even an actual real problem. There's actual real problems out there. And rather than like dealing with those like types of problems, people will just attack people on the internet for some bull crap that don't even matter whatsoever. I just think it's so stupid. So I've gotten to a point personally, like, you know, if you go on Twitter and someone's getting canceled or something like that, I think you need to take a look at it yourself and like actually assess the situation, because I've seen many like situations where it's like, oh, okay, like I'm sure it's just a misunderstanding. You just gotta think on your own on the internet, and people have this horde mentality to where they just want to take the high ground like so fast, and they think they're perfect, and really everyone says bad things from time to time or makes mistakes. It's so dumb. What's funny about it too is that like because someone's getting canceled every 5 seconds, it loses its meaning. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just think people need to like get off the internet sometimes or something. Don't you get anxious when you play a random game that you never know about and thinking that you won't be monetized because of it? Yeah, all the time. Sometimes on YouTube, like you play a game and it's like, I don't know if this is okay. You know what I mean? Like there's clear definitions of like, yeah, nudity and things like that, but YouTube be really random and you just never know you never know what's gonna be okay, like considered okay. You could record a video that's like okay, and then a year later it's not okay, and that's like really dumb. That's not fair, by the way, because some people get strikes for videos on their channel that are like years old. It's like, no, that's not even fair, man. And YouTube will even review videos and they'll say it's good, and then later change their mind about it. But yeah, no, sometimes. But no, I think I'm a pretty good judge at it, you know? I have a pretty good streak. Will you ever do a video of you just talking in Japanese with captions as like a challenge? Yes. I just don't feel confident enough yet. I'm just learning every single day, and I keep going, and I really want to. You guys have no idea. I just want to flex. I want to flex so hard with Japanese, but it's going to take some good practice. But right now, I'm just in that quiet phase of just taking it in. And I'm learning more and more, and it's so rewarding. One day, I will happen. I'm just going to be like, are you still playing Yang Sim? I just made an episode like a day ago. What's the fear that always lingers in the back of your mind? Ooh, personal. I don't know. Am I going to say something stupid that people take the wrong way? It's going to fail. I'm not gonna do good. Am I gonna die? How long did you spend on learning Japanese in your life? I'm learning too. Please give me some tips. Spend as much time as you can. There's not enough time. I started taking it seriously like in 2019, and I'm still nowhere even close to where I want to be. But I can actually understand and read so much more than I used to, and that's gonna be the answer, you know? If you're learning Japanese, my biggest thing is to either make flashcards or just constantly read and listen to anime or whatever you like as much as possible, and try to live your life in Japanese as much as possible. How do you feel about YouTube as the years have gone by from first to last year? I think I understand what you're saying. How does my view on YouTube differ from when I first started to what I feel about it now? Wow, yeah, that's a good question, assuming that's what you asked. I think anything in life when you first start it, there's a lot more passion and a lot more hope and like, you know, just this childlike sense of wonder. And like, it sounds dumb, but like, it's good to have that feeling when you start something, you know, because there's endless possibilities. But like, I never knew that I was gonna make it, or if it was even possible for me to make it. And I just realized this recently too. Like, all through the years on YouTube, I feel like I've been struggling to like survive and keep going. And like, I always think, oh, I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it. And then all the while, I am making it the entire time. I feel like before I used to feel a lot closer to my fans, and now because of the way that things are now, I'm a little scared to be close to people. I think that's one thing. I am like genuinely just kind of scared to be close to people these days. Because like you just never know if anyone is gonna backstab you, or if someone's gonna be like, you know, I just don't want to offend anyone. I really don't. Like, I have no desire to do that. And so I kind of miss that, not really having, like, not caring, you know? That's what I miss, but I'm just afraid of saying something dumb to somebody and then they take it the wrong way and it starts a big old thing. So I feel like that's one thing that's changed. I feel like just like the whole, it almost feels like you gotta walk on eggshells all the time, and I don't like that feeling, but yeah, it's probably that's a bad feeling to have, because it sucks. Like, it's nice to do collabs. Like, we've done some cool collabs with like Jay Razboski, Lawrence I, Gloom, and those have been really cool. But, you know, I am a little scared. I'm a little scared to like just get close to anyone these days. I just feel like it's better to be safe than sorry. What was the hardest thing to cut out / change when losing weight? Well, it's been many years now, but when I did, for those of you who didn't know, from like age 13 to like 18 or 19, I was like really overweight. Feel free to skip ahead if you've already heard this, but I was like, yeah, 220, and then I lost like 90 pounds over the course of like a few years. I would say one of the hardest things to cut out was probably soda and just drinking water, because I used to drink soda like water, but now like a lot of people find it hard to drink water, just plain water, but I have found that if you do anything long enough, you get used to it, and I can't imagine now tasting soda is disgusting to me. The reality is you don't really have to cut anything. You really don't, unless you're like, it's a big problem with you and you like binge and you overeat on certain things, maybe cut that out. But if you have, if you have enough self-control, you can have anything as long as you just do it in moderation and you just don't overeat. I've been counting my calories, and it's really helped me lose weight. Every now and then I'll gain some pounds and I'm like, I should probably jump back and count my calories. For me personally, like, I know that can cause some stress for some people and it's not for everyone, but for me, it keeps me on track, and it's just not that hard to me. It's really not. But when I lost all the weight, all I did was just like cut out soda, and then I ate less of everything, but I don't remember cutting out anything in specifically. I know some people like, they go on the keto diet and they'll cut out carbs completely. To me, that's just too hard. Unless you love it, I'd say try any diet out. Like if you want to try anything, I've tried it all. So you just got to find the diet that you like, That's my advice. But yeah, I don't think you should cut out anything. Just eat less, really. It's so easy to eat like 10 slices of pizza, but I got to where I'd only do 2, and it's like, good, I'm done. I don't need to do anymore. You can do it! What's your favorite game? Kind of a basic question. Okay, not my favorite game of all time, but here's a game that I can't stop playing. Yes, I did put 36 hours in Resident Evil. Look at how many hours I put in this game. That's a lot for me. This game, Hunt Showdown, not sponsored, but I freaking love this game. I love this game so much. It's my favorite shooter game, and I am addicted to it. And that's something that a lot of you guys probably would never know about me. It's about zombies, and you go kill boss zombies, and it's multiplayer. So you gotta try to steal the bounty from people. It's kind of like a battle royale. Very underrated game, by the way. How much do you actually like Friday Night Funkin', or are you just trying to fit in? At first, I think I saw Jay play it, and it was like a month later after I saw that. A lot of the times I'll just see a game, especially that's on itch.io, the website where you can get, where a lot of YouTubers and just people can play free games and stuff like that. And I just noticed that, like, okay, I saw Jay play it, all right, I ignored it. But then I kept noticing it was at the top of the charts on itch.io for a long time. And so I finally just decided, okay, let's try this. Like, is it any good? Why is it so popular? Why is it getting so popular? And I loved it. You guys, you see this? I've played rhythm games on the channel before. I grew up playing Guitar Hero. Freaking love it. I play the drums sometimes. I'm really big into music, so that game is just it's like the perfect game for me. I love it. Does it also help that it's very popular? Of course. It's a win-win. I love the mods. The creativity is amazing. So no, like I'm not just doing it. Like I really do like it. I really do like it. What's your opinions on K-pop stans versus anime weebs? Ooh, we treaded on some territory here, some bad territory. K-pop stans and anime weebs, I don't care. Like, just do whatever you love, but don't go out of your way to harass people, or like, just because someone says something bad about a character that you like, don't go attacking them. That's when it's gone too far. That's when you need to like step outside and like, I don't know. I feel like those kinds of people have never paid bills in their life, and they don't you don't actually know what a real problem is. Don't hate on people about fictional things. And I know K-pop's real, sure, but like it might as well be like anime or something like that, because they're just people on a screen. You know what I mean? Just don't take it so seriously. I don't really care. Just like if you love anime, you want to call yourself a weeb, like, hey, I don't care. If you love K-pop, I think that's great. K-pop's great. Just don't take it too far to where you gotta like be toxic. That's when it's too much. Would you do another game like Little Misfortune again? Yeah, I did one episode of Sally Face like years ago. I was thinking of either continuing something like Sally Face, or maybe if you guys want to see it, I might do Alice in Wonderland. Is it called Alice? I know it's called Alice Madness Returns. I've been really considering that one. I heard they're making some sort of sequel to Misfortune. Like I think a game about Benjamin the Fox. So that would be cool. Obviously, there's like little nightmares too. Little Nightmare, yeah. I want to do more stuff like that. Like if it were up to me, I just do whatever I want. But sometimes it's hard when people don't watch, And you can't help it. Like you can't help it what people are interested in. What was your thoughts when your first video blew up? My first video that blew up was a Yandere Simulator video. And I remember I was actually on my way to a water park. I was sitting in a back seat and I remember my phone going off. That's when I had notifications on. I've turned my notifications off for years because it's too much. But back then I was so excited. I remember my video got like 2,000 views and I was like, oh my God, there was like 200 comments and I was so ecstatic. I couldn't believe it. So for me, that was really exciting. I missed that. That was really fun. It's like it's like when you get to a certain point of YouTube, you just don't feel like that anymore, and that sucks. Like, but I gotta say, I'm very thankful for you guys. What is the strangest experience you've had with fans? Either in person or online. One thing that really scarred me was like not just hate comments and things like that, but like when people will send you your address and like just do creepy things like that. That makes it really hard to trust people, and that kind of takes that takes stuff out of you. So I can only imagine how some other bigger YouTubers feel. You know what I mean? I've had some really awkward encounters in real life meeting fans because you just don't know what to say. But yeah, I haven't met a fan in a long time, you know. But it's probably because my hair is not as bright as it used to be. But that's fine, you know. I don't know. I kind of get anxiety when it comes to meeting some fans because it's very nerve-wracking. But that's gonna do it, guys. Thank you so much. I hope we can do this again sometimes. We are almost at 3 million. And I just gotta say I'm grateful. Love you guys. Take care. Have yourself a great day. And I'll see you in the next one. All right. Bye-bye.